Hello, I'm Marshal Vladimir, and this is Operation Last Chance Japan, January of 1940. I'm going to start with my two take rolls, one for wartime economy and another for improved construction. Those both failed. That's a pain. Okay, well, anyway, my purchases are here. I'm going to be moving a light carrier, the carrier up one stage. Here, that carrier is going to be completed, so that's for 5 IPP. It moves the United States up to 29 IPP. Then we're going to be purchasing a fighter and a tactical, so that's 26, an infantry, 29, cavalry, 32. Okay. So now for our combat moves. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Well, we declare war on the Dutch East Indies. So we're going to boost American income by 2d12s. That's 11. An 8 and a 3 moves them up to 40. But we need to go somewhere. Okay, so we're at war with the Dutch now. Okay, these are going to move forward 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's in the 1 destroyer to drop an infantry in Dutch New Guinea. Then the other 2 are going into this sea zone, and they're going to drop an infantry in each of these 2 zones. A destroyer from the 2nd Fleet here will take 1 infantry, move 1, 2, 3. To West Timor, drop an infantry. In West Timor. Okay, that's all the Walkins. The rest we will actually have to conquer, but it shouldn't be too much inconvenience. Okay. We have aircraft. In the 6th Fleet, this tactical bomber is going to go on maritime air patrol over Borneo, over the sea zone in Borneo. And this fighter is going to go on maritime air patrol here. Okay, these are in the 41st Army. Fighter is going to fly into Sumatra from here. 2 fighters. Two fighters, actually. And then we have transport. In this sea zone, in the 6th Fleet, is going to pick up a Marine and an Infantry. And move down to this sea zone and drop them in Sumatra. He's going to remain with an escort of, well, actually the torpedo boat destroyer will move down and remain with him, as well as from the 6th Fleet a light cruiser will also remain. No bombarding units. Okay. 3 destroyers here will pick up a Marine, an SNLF, and an Infantry, and move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the Dutch to Java, and they will land in Java. Okay. Okay. What else do we have here? 2 heavy cruisers and a battle cruiser are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to bombard. Actually, the 1 heavy cruiser is going to engage in the combat because these units are all moving through, and a fighter as well. And we also need a destroyer there. Shoot, we don't have a destroyer. Because they're not engaging in the combat. Okay, I'm going to send 1 battleship to engage in combat, and 1 battleship to bombard. And we're actually going to send the medium bomber from Siam as well. Then we'll send an extra transport there who will drop in Java. A Marine and an artillery. Those units are all remaining here. Then the submarine will move to Borneo, as well as a heavy cruiser, a couple transports, which will drop two Marines and 2 infantry in Borneo. The heavy cruiser will not be bombarding, but the tactical bomber will participate in the combat. What's left in the 6th Fleet? Battle cruiser. Battle cruiser will move to here to bombard. I hope everything's clear and I don't proceed to mess anything up. The destroyer and the light cruiser and the light carrier will also go to engage in combat there. Okay, now I think that's everything. 1, 2. We're actually going to send 1 submarine to join in the attack on the destroyer and submarine. Okay, here goes. Okay, so first off we have walk-ins. 1, 2, 3, 4 territories. It's just the infantry with 3 IPP. Oh gosh, why is that happening? Sorry, I don't know why that's happening. There we are, I seem to have fixed it. I don't know what caused it though. Okay, so for the attack on Sumatra, I'll start with this. I'll just grab some dice. Okay, so we have a marine and an infantry, which are these 2 dice, and the light green, I'll just duplicate this. The 2 greens will be the fighters. There's just a defending militia. That's 1 hit. We took Sumatra. No casualties in Sumatra. Okay. Now we'll do the attack on Java. A little more complicated. So we're going to start, we have a submarine for each. The light blue will be our submarine. The green will be their submarine. Our submarine got a hit, so I imagine the Dutch would remove their submarine. We do have an aircraft on the map, so there's nothing. They can't avoid it. Then battleship at 8 killed the destroyer, which responds at a 4 and misses. Okay, so that was dealt with. Actually, we're going to just take this tactical bomber, which came from there, into Borneo, and we're going to send it into Java instead. I think we need it more here. Okay, so we are dropping 4 units, but we only have 3 bombards. So dark green will be the battleship, the light green will be the battle cruiser, and the blue will be the heavy cruiser. But 4, 3, and 2. So that's 1 hit from the battle cruiser, which will obviously remove an enemy militia. Okay, so now we have the combat. It is a jungle territory, but I don't believe that reduces. I believe that only reduces vehicles combat. So 3 at 2, and then 1 at 3 from the SNLF, and then the light blue is the tactical bomber at 7. So that's one hit with the tactical. Everything else missed. Okay, so now they have a militia at 2 and an infantry at 4. The infantry got a hit, so that's a marine, and then the artillery is now landed. Doesn't have a first strike. Okay, so now we have 1 at 1, 1 at 2, and 3 at 3. Okay, all misses, and then the tactical. Got a 7, which is a hit. The infantry misses. I believe I got all of that combat correct. Okay. Okay, so in this one, the battle cruiser and the heavy cruiser are not engaging in combat. Okay, so both sides have a coastal submarine, which has first strike. The light green is ours, the blue is theirs. So both coastal submarines missed. Okay. So our tactical bomber rolling at 7. Misses. Light cruiser at 5. Misses. Gosh. And then TBD at 2. Hits. So the coastal submarine is destroyed. And it doesn't get a fire back, because it's already shot in the first strike section. So now the battle cruiser at 3 and the heavy cruiser at 2. The battle cruiser will be the green dice. 2 hits. First strike. Borneo was seized. And I didn't move up for those territories, so up 6. So 41 were outpacing the Americans and will very soon be eclipsed by them. Okay, I'll clean this up after the recording. But now I move into non-combat moves, which I do have some of. Okay, the tactical bomber in Java is going to move back and land on this carrier. Okay. Then the fighter that was on Maritime Air Patrol is also going to land back on its carrier. This tactical bomber is in the same sea zone as its carrier, so it will remain there with this fleet. The destroyers there. I'll actually grab this second fleet marker and put it in the sea zone around Java. and then this, and then I'll land the medium bomber, which is going to land back in Siam, where it came from. Oh, that's not that's not the fleet, that's the army. So we got a heavy cruiser and 2 submarines here in the Carolines. They're going to remain there. And since it turns out I just cleaned all of this up on camera, I'll just put the 41st Army in Java. And there we are. That's all done. Now for some dazzling non-combat movements. Just gonna move an infantry. No, everyone's just gonna stay here. We landed our aircraft, and that's pretty much it for our non-combat movements. 6th Fleet doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so we'll get on to place units, I believe. We'll place 1 infantry in Kuantan, in the 97th Army. We'll place a fighter and a tactical bomber in Tokyo. And the carrier in 56. And then we have a cavalry to place, which will be placed in Rihi. And that's it. We collect 41 IPP. And we pass it on to the, not 411, but we do wish. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll pass it on to Major Foe with UK and France.